Hey everybody, it's Mike from The Mike Wagner Show. If you like The Mike Wagner Show and you want to make your own podcast, well, let me tell you about Anchor. First of all, it's free. Secondly, there's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. You can also add any song from Spotify directly to your episodes. The possibilities are endless. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you. You can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, many more. You can also make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. So download the free Anchor app or go to Anchor FM to get started.
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios.
Hi, this is Mia Mosinzia, also known as Mia No Time for Love. Check out my latest book, Missing, available in print and ebook formats on Amazon.
It's now time for the Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios and sponsored by international award-winning author Mia Mosinzia of Missing. The Mike Wagner Show can be heard on over 40 podcast platforms, as well as HamiltonRadio.net, Diamonds FM, and the MikeWagnerShow.com. We can be heard in over 100 countries, featuring over 1,000 well-known and amazing guests throughout the globe. And named one of the top 100 global podcasts in the New York Weekly Times, Hollywood Entertainment News, Los Angeles Weekly Times, Apple, and Chartable. So sit back and relax and enjoy another great episode of the award-winning Mike Wagner Show.
Hey everybody, it's Mike from The Mike Wagner Show, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at sonicwebstudios.com for all your needs. Looking at a professional website without breaking your budget? Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs that blow the competition away. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@sonicwebstudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, time to give official shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mia Mosinzia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you'll love Missing by Mia Mosinzia, available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers, 1 target, where truth is illusion and those you love will be the first to go missing. It's available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing by Mia Mosinzia has garnered great reviews, and Eve 11 endorsed by Howard celebrities, including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes, Riley, and many others. So grab your copy today for Goes Missing by Mia Mosinzia, available on Amazon. Also, check out The Mike Wagner Show at themikewagnershow.com on over 40 podcast platforms, heard in over 100 countries, including Facebook, SoundCloud, Spreaker, Spotify, and iHeartRadio. Also, Anchor FM, iTunes, Google Play, Amazon, Audible, Apple Music, and more. Also on HamiltonRadio.net, Diamonds FM, Oldies Radio, and a few networks coming soon. Take the Mike Wagner Show with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to the Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. Follow the Mike Wagner Show on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok today. And for great gift ideas, go to Amazon.com and check out the Mike Wagner Show podcast. T-shirts, pop sockets, throw pillows, tote bags, hoodies, baseball gear. Makes great gifts 24/7. Go to Amazon.com and check out the Mike Wagner Show podcast. And for more great gift ideas, go to Amazon.com/Mia Mosinzia for great books like Missing, Once, and Wrinkles. Also T-shirts, pop sockets, hoodies, phone cases, and more. Amazon.com/Mia Mosinzia. Check it out today. I'll support the Mike Wagner Show on Anchor FM, PayPal, and the MikeWagnerShow.com. Make sure you give generously today. We're here with a terrific lady who's backed by popular demand, singer-songwriter who share the stage with Michelle in the cello, Divinity Rocks, John Walker from Panic at the Disco. She was endorsed by Guitar World magazine, one of the top 10 female guitarists you should know. She had her self-titled debut a while back before the pandemic, about a couple years ago, featuring Whiskey Love, Give Me All You Got, Heart Attacks, and Southern Roses, and also Leave Your Queen was featured as well too. And she's also got a brand new release called Collide, featuring All Your Love and David Goliath. We'll be playing those tracks in just a couple of minutes. And live, ladies and gentlemen, from the Plus Studios somewhere on the East Coast, and getting ready to hit the spotlight again, the amazing multi-talented singer-songwriter from the New York, New Jersey area, ladies and gentlemen, the amazingly multi-talented Babyllon. Babyllon, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks for joining us once again.
Thank you, Mike. Such a pleasure to be on your show. So happy to see you again. So many things have happened.
Well, great. Well, it's great to have you back on as well, too. And of course, I forgot to mention you're now the official owner of Power Bush Records. So congratulations to that. The big Power Bush to you. So
I am. Thank you. Yeah, Power Bush Records. We're doing a lot. We're doing a lot. I started it in the pandemic to empower any artist that needs any kind of empowerment in any kind of capacity, because I wanted to give back and give back knowledge, give back recording, producing. I produced an artist over the pandemic, produced two artists over the pandemic as a producer. So Power Bush Records has been at the helm of doing very, very big things here in the East Coast of the USA.
And certainly very big as well, too. And of course, a little recap. You're a singer-songwriter. Share the stage with Michelle in the Jello, Divinity Rocks, John Walker of Pack at the Disco, endorsed by Guitar World Magazine, one of the top 10 female guitarists you should know. You had your self-titled debut featuring Leave Your Queen, Whiskey Love, Give Me All You Got, Heart Attacks and Southern Roses. You have a brand new album called Collide featuring All Your Love and David and Goliath. And, but so let's get you up to speed quickly. Tell us how you quickly first got started and, just kind of work your way. It's been like about a couple of years or so. Maybe we can just refresh our memories once again, how you quickly got started.
Yeah. Thanks, Mike. I just a quick way of how I got started. I started playing guitar in junior high, and I became very quickly obsessed with it. But in order to learn how to play the guitar, I had to convince the teacher of the class to let us use one of his classrooms, as it was in block scheduling, so that he could open up his schedule. And unfortunately, it was towards the end of the year of junior high. And everyone's electives had been chosen, so I had to go to the counselor, to the president of the school, and then I had to go to the board of directors in order to begin an intermediate and advanced class, because at that particular time they told me that I could not take the guitar class unless I found a loophole, which I did, which is to create my own class and find 10 students that wanted to take it. And then we could create a course last minute, which we did in a matter of about 2 weeks. And that is how I started to learn how to play the guitar at age 13. I've been singing and been a singer-songwriter since that moment. I started playing open mics at a very young age. I think maybe, 15, 16. At 18, I started going into the DC metro area to expand my fan base. And then I went across the country to California in my early 20s, and then landed myself to the New York City area by constantly playing as a songwriter, as an artist, developing my producing skills, learning how to be a producer, because when I first started playing, I couldn't help the overwhelming feeling of hearing multiple instruments and arrangements to the songs that I was playing on the guitar and singing to. Like, I heard the bass line, I heard the drum parts, I heard the brass line, I heard the backing vocalists. And someone had educated me and told me, well, you're not just an artist, like, you're a producer, because you hear all of the moving parts. So I did that, and then I continued moving forward, getting a couple accolades here and there. One of them is the Guitar World Magazine write-up, phenomenal, amazing, womeninmusic.org collaboration. I won an award to be in that. It's phenomenal women. I was given a scholarship to one of their retreats back when they were running them for women in music, and a few other accolades. Got the opportunity this past year to work with a producer friend of mine, mentor that I've had for quite some time. We always wanted to collaborate together. So we recorded together David and Goliath, which has a few very prominent musicians on there, including Gary Foote, who is a bass player that plays for Smokey Robinson, and one of a drummer that has played with Lionel Richie, and Jeff Jones, the Jedi Master, is the Grammy-winning producer that co-produced this single with me to try and bring all of the moving parts to light as much as I wanted them from my mind onto paper.
Yeah. That is rather interesting. You talked about David Goliath, and tell us a bit more about that song, by the way. What inspired you to write David and Goliath?
What inspired me to write David and Goliath? Oh my God. God, your questions are always so good.
I try.
You know, I was leaving New York City to go to Texas. My parents are in Texas. And I was leaving New York City and I felt so ready to take myself on a national tour, and not knowing where I was going and feeling a little beat down by the hard shell that is the music business. So I started writing this song to empower anyone who keeps going after they have gone to the 999th door that's shut, and they keep going to get to that last door that's open. So I wrote this song out of pure necessity for my own soul to bring like sustenance of true passion to light. And then it started to evolve into this bigger thing. It started to evolve into this uprising ballad that started to empower me. And then as I would play it, people would tell me that it started to empower them. And that started to invigorate this feeling in me to step away from songwriting about things that I thought people needed me to songwrite about. And it opened up this completely huge channel to rediscover myself yet again, to start writing about all of the passions of life. So David and Goliath, not only was it an inspirational song for me to write to empower other musicians or empower other humans to reach their highest goals, you know, in the universe, what their passion breeds, their drive to go past their limitations. But it also was, David and Goliath was an inspiration in itself to open up my ability to go past my fears of writing as a producer and a songwriter.
And you've certainly done a great job as well, too. We'll play the track David and Goliath in just 1 minute. But first, listen to the Mike Wagner Show at the MikeWagnerShow.com, powered by Sonic Web Studios. Visit online at SonicWebStudios.com for all your needs. Look at a professional website without breaking your budget. Sonic Web Studios is the answer. Sonic Web Studios offers fast, affordable custom web designs at below the competition rate. Call today, 1-800-303-3960. That's 1-800-303-3960. Or email to support@SonicWebStudios.com. Mention the Mike Wagner Show, get 20% off your first project. Sonic Web Studios, take your image to the next level. Also, time to give official shout out to our official sponsor of the Mike Wagner Show, international warring author Mia Molson-Zia. If you love fast-paced mysteries, you'll love Missing by Mia Molson-Zia, available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing is fast-paced and intriguing with an unforgettable twist. Takes place in 4 countries, 2 strangers, 1 target, where truth is illusion and those you love will be the first go missing. It's available on Amazon in paperback and ebook. Missing by Mia Molson-Zia has garnered great reviews, and Eve Levin enjoys by Howard celebrities, including Joanna Cassidy, Forbes Riley, and Mills. So grab your copy today for Goes Missing by Mia Molson-Zia, available on Amazon. Also, check out the Mike Wagner Show at the MikeWagnerShow.com on over 40 podcast platforms. Heard in over 100 countries, also on HamiltonRadio.net, Diamonds FM, Oldies Radio, and a few networks coming soon. Take us with you on any mobile device. Subscribe to The Mike Wagner Show on the YouTube channel. Follow The Mike Wagner Show on Instagram and Twitter today. And for great gift ideas, go to Amazon.com and check out The Mike Wagner Show podcast. And for more great gift ideas, go to Amazon.com/MiaMosensia for great books, merchandise, and more. Also support The Mike Wagner Show on Anchor FM, PayPal, and TheMikeWagnerShow.com. Make sure you do so today. We're here with singer, songwriter, the amazing, multi-talented Babyllon here on The Mike Wagner Show. Before we continue with our the latest release, Collide, also featuring All Your Love and the self-titled debut. Right now, here's the latest track, David and Goliath from Babyllon, right here on The Mike Wagner Show.
Slow down. I should stop screaming into this thing. That was
Great song by Babyllon. David and Goliath here on the Mike Wagner Show. And that's all coming from the album Collide. And before we continue that as well, too, you had your self-titled debut as well, too. And once again, tell us about that. And I think we had Leave Your Queen and also Whiskey Lover, Heart Attacks and Southern Roses and more.
Yeah, that record, Heart Attacks and Southern Roses, I recorded it with one microphone in multiple locations, whether it was Brooklyn apartment or a rehearsal facility, where most of the album was me playing all of the instruments and singing. And then if there was some kind of arrangement that I needed help with, I had a few friends of mine that contributed, a few session musicians that contributed, and we just kind of recorded what they would add to that line and put a little bit on top of it. But for the most part, that first album was like the beginning of me seeing my own ability come to light, that I have the capability of recording something on my own. I have the capability of pushing myself. If I didn't record that album the way that I did and released it the way that I did and pushed a national tour from it the way that I did, I'd probably, I would always sell myself short, because it was a lot of fearful parts to walk through. I had a lot of session musicians that I was trying to record with at the time, and things just kept not working out, and people's schedules weren't working, and I just stopped and I thought, why do I need to continue to wait for these things to happen when they're just clearly not aligning? And maybe the universe wants me to learn how to record on my own, learn how to play the drums on my own, learn how to and the kit, mind you, is like I know why everyone needs a drummer. Your brain is sliced open into 4 different parts. I don't know how to explain it. Every limb is working in a different direction, and it feels like you're driving 4 different cars on 5 different types of manual transmissions at the same time. So kudos to all the drummers out there, because that thing is a machine to learn how to play. That was such a definitely challenging part.
And I can think of few drummers off the top of my head, but that'll be another subject for another time as well, too. And getting back to Collide as well, and tell us more about the album itself, what inspired you, and also include your All Your Love as well. We'll be playing at the end of the program as well, too. And tell us more about All Your Love, and also tell us about the rest of Collide and all about the album and what inspired you to get started.
Yeah, I had a few songs written out. The pandemic hit and I moved upstate, and I didn't know how to sit and just wait. Like, I didn't know how to just be there. I was on the phone with multiple musicians that I know, a few friends of mine that, are like nationally, internationally touring musicians. And there was a lot of this similar conversation about, I don't feel whole unless I'm playing on a stage. Like, it's part of our job. It's part of our business to be surrounded by so many people. To have the door shut so quickly, gave a lot of mental instability. So, and, mental inability to understand like what was going on in surrounding circumstances in the outside world. So I really started to play the guitar. I really started to write these songs that were, again, like empowering and delivering, overcoming something that's greater than you, that keeps you down, So I started Max Feinstein. He is an artist. He's an artist, and a singer-songwriter in North Jersey, New Jersey. It's just Jersey City, basically.
Mhm.
And he asked me to vocally produce his album. And I replied with, well, I can't just vocally produce your album because I want to help as much as I possibly can. And to me, helping as much as I possibly can is I would like to hear your songs as a producer serve the purpose of them being the best that they can be. So if I can be of service, if you're hiring me, I would like to co-produce this album with you and truly teach you all of the things that I know about being a producer and a songwriter to create songs that stand the test of time. This is an agreeable term that I've learned from Jeff Jones, the Jedi Master, the Grammy-winning producer. But this conversation I started with him when I met him a long time ago. Must have been 2010. We had agreed that music and sound, as a producer, your one job is to set your ego aside and to put all of your might into creating the best song that you can possibly create for the song itself. No matter what kind of genre, no matter where it's going, the tempo, but what is the feeling? What does the song's soul have to say? And once you can figure out and try to tap together into what each song's soul would like to speak and sing to the world, then your best job is to set your ego aside and help make it be the best song that it can sing. Give it the best suit it can wear. Give it the test of time, to test time. So I started producing, Max Feinstein, and at his live recording session, we recorded it at Iwi Studios, IIWII. They're in Hoboken. They're phenomenal A studio, which they're on platinum level. They're phenomenal. It's a phenomenal analog to digital studio, phenomenal facility, wonderful engineers. You have, A-listers in and out constantly. And I'm very fortunate to have worked in that studio as a producer. And I noticed Max's session musicians who were collaborating with him to do, because he wrote the songs. So they were going to record his album. And I just found myself asking 2 weeks after we had finished producing his album in the recording session, like, do you care if I contact your session musicians? Because that's exactly the kind of energy I need. So I quickly called them, and they didn't bat an eye. They said they would love to record my album with me. They would love to help my sound come to life. And I explained to them the feelings and how I was going to record this album. So besides the fact that they're all very talented, prominent, and very, very well-versed, talented musicians who have sessioned with a lot of big names. So it was just a room of people who were completely ready to give themselves in their best professional capacity. When I explained to them that they only had a month to learn the album.
Wow.
That we were only, So and then we got pushed back about 2 weeks because of scheduling issues. But so they learned the album in about a month and a half. We only had 3 rehearsals. One of them was a night before the recording. And then when we got to Iwi, there was a confliction of scheduling. So, and some of the songs that they didn't even, I told them not to really, we didn't really need to rehearse. We only rehearsed like Honey in particular. We never actually played together in one room ever at the same time. It's a song on the album, and it's a glorious one take wonder, coast to coast. And that was the only way that I like to record, is because I'm a live producer. I don't really like to overdub too much when it comes to the meat and potatoes of music. I really prefer to do the bass, drums, guitar, and scratch vocals all at the same time, start to finish, no stops in between. Because to me, when I sessioned as a musician, I was ready with my material, and I was ready to be at the recording session at the peak of my ability. So that's what I expected when I got the guys together too. When we got to Iwi, there was a conflict of interest. So we were supposed to schedule for 2 whole days of recording. So 2 whole days, and there was a conflict of interest of scheduling with A-list celebrity TV screening, which ended up being, I don't even know if I'm allowed to say this, but it was Sesame Street, which is really funny. So what happened was,
I'm sure Kermit has some influence on Bert and Ernie, and of course somebody was grouchy on that one.
Exactly right. So like, we're supposed to come in and like do tone setups on the drums, right, Mike? And like, they're like, oh, but we're not going to record. We can't record you tonight. We can't record you tomorrow in the morning because we can only start in the afternoon. And I was like, what do you mean? And they're like, what do you mean? What do you mean you're at the studio? And I was like, we're at the studio, dude. And he was like, oh no. And I was like, it's okay. Like, it's fine. Like, can we just set the tones up and then we'll figure it out? So basically, we set the tones up. Then we left our gear in the live room where they were TV screening the Sesame Street. So whatever it's called, this right, exactly, the one episode. So we have our gear in one of these. I don't even know where it is. Like I've yet to find it. I'm curious whether they cut it out or not.
I'll have to look it up. I can imagine Big Bird trying to play one of those. Can you imagine that?
Right. So like, yeah. And like, so then we only had a day and a half to record 10 songs. So what we did was I was just flying through them. If I liked the take, I was like, great, 5-minute break, and we're going to come back and start the new song. And we didn't have more than 3 takes on each song.
Wow.
2 to 3 takes on each song.
That's a record. I got to say that. That's a record, literally.
I think I've literally heard that this could be like a World Guinness Book of Records record. So I'm going to like look into this whole, so we tracked everything, and I did the vocals. I did the main vocals in my upstate apartment. But we also had brass and a backing vocalist. So we did those songs in the first day and a half. So like in the first actual day, we got the 10 songs tracked as a full band, bass, drums, guitar, my scratch vocals. And then during the second half of like the second day, right? So like the 0.5 of the 1.5, the last 0.5, right? I had a brass section in the main live room. And then I had the backing vocalist in an isolated booth. And I was directing, and the bassist and the drummer were both helping me direct. So I would come in and I would sing the melodic line to the brass section of the song that we were recording, because they were also on a time crunch. And I would sing and explain the feelings that I wanted to come out for the backing vocalist in the isolation booth. And we muted the brass section in her headphones, and then we muted her in their headphones. So if they were to sing or play on the same like higher regiment melodic line, they wouldn't get thrown off and get pulled out of the zone. So I was then at the last third of the day and a half, producing and directing a brass section and a backing vocalist at the same time, while being between 2 rooms and simultaneously getting them to record. It was crazy, dude. I don't know what to tell you.
I was gonna say, I think the next record you should probably do is just like 3+ takes or something, or 3 tracks or something like that. So
yeah. The next recording, here's what I want to do. I'm gonna push myself even further, because this is what I do to myself. What I'm going to want to do is get a completely live recording, and I want it to go directly into tape. And I'm going to want to do all of that, but not in partitions. So I'm going to want to record everyone at the same time, while I'm also directing from the front man seat, to make a truly true experience. But Collide is the closest thing to that, and everyone had an amazing time. Everyone really gave it their all, and I'm astounded with what we came up with and what they gave me in those mere 23 hours.
wow, that is amazing. I'm sure the cast on Sesame Street would have loved that too. So
right. Had they known what was going on, oh my God, it was.
that'd be too
crazy.
funny. Imagine the count on that one. One take. Count like that. So.
Right.
And where can we find Collide at?
Right. That's a keeper.
Yeah, Sesame Street is brought to you by the letter C.
Yeah, right.
And where can we find Collide at?
Collide will be releasing towards the middle of September. The full album will be available on all streaming platforms by simply searching in the artist field Babyllon with 2 L's, and that's Babyllon. But currently you have these Dueling Dragon singles that you can check out, which we have David and Goliath. It's on all streaming platforms, as well as All Your Love. And for those Pandora users, both just came onto Pandora, which I am very thrilled about, because it's phenomenal to get on Pandora Radio.
It's certainly amazing as well too. We're here with Babyllon with Collide, and featuring All Your Love and David Goliath on Mike Wagner Show. And what else can you expect me in 2022 and beyond?
Well, Mike, if you feel like running a press campaign with me in the United Kingdom from September 17th to October 3rd, you can come with us on tour if you want. That's what we're doing. I'm going to go out there into the United Kingdom, and I'm going to be playing the United Kingdom north to south within the vicinity of September 17th to October 3rd. With a potential festival date on October 11th.
Nice. Okay, we're certainly looking forward to that. And once again, tell us about where can we find all your music, and where can we get all your latest releases, and how can people contact you, and also your website. And once again, where can we find Collide at?
Yeah, you can find Collide on all streaming platforms by searching the artist Babyllon, Babyllon. Currently, there are 2 singles that are supporting the release of the album, and they are out on platforms now. They've been out for about a month. One of them is entitled David and Goliath, and the other one is entitled All Your Love. You can get in touch with me by emailing me at booking@powerbushrecords.com. You feel free to look at the website. That's www.powerbushrecords.com, or by going to my artist website. That is pbabyllon.com. That's pbabyllon.com. Or last but not least, getting in touch with me on Instagram under pbabyllon.com, and that's Babyllon with 2 L's. So Babyllon, yeah.
We'll certainly do so. Once again, we're with Babyllon here on the Mike Widener Show. Everybody, thank you for your time as always. It's great to hear from you again and looking forward again soon. Make sure you keep us up to date, keep in touch, and we wish you all best and definitely keep us up to date. You got a great future ahead of you, and best of luck to all you do.
Thanks, Mike. Appreciate being on the show with you. Always a riot.
Come on down, said I'm going to the city. Call your friends, tell them that you found the one, yeah. Slip me your number very undercover, and then you wouldn't look my way. Well, you're so damn good looking, and I'm looking anyway. Oh, your love, give it up, I said, give that to me. Oh, your love, come on up, away. Oh, your love, give it up, I said, give that to me. Oh, your come on downtown, take you to the city. Hop on in, so let's take a ride downtown, yeah. Ooh, you slip me your number very undercover, and then you wouldn't look
The Mike Wagner Show is powered by Sonic Web Studios. If you're looking to start or upgrade your online presence, visit www.sonicwebstudios.com for all of your online needs. Call 1-800-303-3960 or visit us online at www.sonicwebstudios.com to get started today. Mention The Mike Wagner Show and get 20% off your project. Sonic Web Studios. Take your image to the next level.
Hey everybody, my name is Forbes Riley and I'm an American actress and a TV host, and I was delighted when I got my copy of Missing, which is Extraordinary Relation of Ordinary People based on a real life relationship. It's well written, it's amazing. You know, it talks about a man who has lost his wife and his daughter, and it's very well done. I'm going to highly recommend that you go get your copy of Missing. It is a powerful, exciting read. Mr. Mian Moshe Zia. He is the author of Missing. And I want to give a big shout out and a kiss all the way halfway around the world to my dear friend. Check him out at Mia's website. It's called www.miamoshenzea.com. Missing, available on Amazon. Again, I'm Forbes Riley, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.
Thanks for listening to The Mike Wagner Show. Brought to you by international award-winning author Mia Mohsen-Zia of Missing, and powered by Sonic Web Studios. Be sure to join us again on over 40 podcast platforms, and of course on the MikeWagnerShow.com, HamiltonRadio.net, and Diamonds FM. Don't forget to support our program with a generous donation at the MikeWagnerShow.com. Thanks for listening.